Lewis, welcome back to RaithTV. We're Testimonial fast approaching. Tell us about the arrangements. How's it looking?
It's looking well. A lot of planning's been in it so far for the committee. 5 or 6 of them been working away behind the scenes. The events that passed in pre-season and earlier on last year. We're looking forward to the game on Wednesday. 7:45 kick-off with Hibs coming to Starks Park.
A word for that committee. They've put in a power of work across a prolonged period of time. We see when it comes to fruition with great evenings and dinners and galas and testimonial matches, but they do a power of work.
Definitely, there's a lot of organising on behind the scenes. I think they've had numerous meetings in the past weeks, months. So a lot of work does go on behind the scenes, and it's much appreciated. How
good does it feel for you to sit there as you give the description of the game coming up to say it's Hibernian coming across the bridge to Kirkcaldy?
Aye, it's a privilege to say it, to be honest. I've always been a Hibs fan since a kid, so it's brilliant. It's a team I wanted to play against, so I'm just happy that they agreed to come over and give us a friendly.
I remember chatting with you just outside of the recording studio a number of months back when it didn't look possible for very good reasons. The practicalities weren't supporting it, and I've seen the real dejection in your face. It must have been such an uplift when that call came.
Oh, it's brilliant. It made me happy, it made my family happy. So, as I said, there's a lot of work that went on behind the scenes to try and organise a date between the two clubs that would suit everyone involved, suit both parties. So, when I got that call, I was delighted.
We'll do the Hibs bit before we do the Raith Rovers bit. We'll go back to front here because your family's got huge connections to the green and white, haven't they?
Yep. I think it was my uncle originally who had a Hibs season ticket and kind of just followed in his footsteps. My friends at school, Hibs fans, myself, a Hibs fan, had a season ticket as long as I could remember since I was a kid. I used to go Saturday afternoons after football in the morning, and until I came to Raith, that's when I had to give the season ticket up.
Tell me about who you'd been watching in those days when you were merely a laddie.
Players like Gary O'Connor, Derek Radden, Kevin Thompson, Scott Brown, players like that.
Anybody at centre half stand out?
I think I've seen the Gaffer play a few times. I'll not comment on his performance too much.
You better be very, very careful with that one there. Let's spin over to the dark blue, which always is going to kind of grab my attention here. We've done hour-long sessions across your many years at Raith Rovers, and we'll maybe kind of link our most recent kind of podcast where, for anybody interested in the longer story and what you fought through, it's there and folk can listen to it in the car or kicking about. But I was thinking, what can we ask today that's new, that's different, that's maybe going to get another wee bit of insight? And what struck me was a question that we've never asked you, but other people always want to ask you, and that's the what if question. And it's a question that we've never really asked on purpose, because for us here as Rovers fans, your personal achievements loom large at this club, and for us it's always going to be a sense of what you did achieve rather than what you could have. Have you got a sense of the mark that you've left in the club's history?
I think it's hard to gauge at the minute, obviously because I'm still playing. But when I look back at where I started to now, it's a world apart. The difference is crazy for what I've achieved since I came here as a kid to now 28 over, in total I think 13-14 years before I even signed professionally. The achievements run, there's a massive list, and there's still achievements to go on that list.
We'll have a look at the list a wee bit. You love stats. Football players love stats.
I love stats. It's one of the modern game. I think
it's one of the most common messages we get is, can you tell me how many? When did I last? So I knew that it was going to come up with, every time I'm in your company we have a wee blether about it. So of course there's league and cup wins, and you're a teammate that plays a part of that, but let's just focus on yourself. 247 appearances is far from shabby. You're 5 games away from jumping to 45th, and this is across the club's history from 1883, and 45th is in your eye line.
What an achievement, considering how many games I could have played or how many games I've missed, but I never knew that was the figure that I'd played, so it's amazing.
And if we talk about the here and now, we talk about what is, not what could have been, might have been, but what Lewis Vaughan's given to Raith Rovers, what we've had the privilege of watching, the one that you know, because there are reasons, you know. Is 86 goals.
Yep.
19th in the all-time top scorers list and just 4 behind Jackie Stewart.
I'm hoping to catch Jackie Stewart soon.
A few games left to go this season.
Few games left
big
to
games.
Go. Aye, massive games. I don't need to speak the magnitude of these games that are coming up, but to be top 9, top 20 in the all-time scoring charts is unbelievable. What an achievement, and hopefully there's still more goals to be added onto that list.
I've had a wee chat with the club statistician.
Uh-huh.
He's made it clear.
Uh-huh.
He's the arbiter. He's a referee.
Yep.
That a gifted penalty in the last minute of a testimonial doesn't count. So didn't think a hat-trick on Wednesday night pushes you close up there?
I thought that would count, but I'll keep it in mind then.
Well, we'll keep them going. But you know, you have said on camera, I think round about the time that you extended your contract, 100. Where would 100 put me? Is that what's on the horizon? Is that your?
I think so. I think that has to be the goal. I think I just signed a new contract, as you said, so I've got another 2 years in the contract. So I think I'm 16 goals, if my maths is correct, away for 100. So long term, I think that has to be the goal. For now until the end of the season, I think I just need to score as many as I can, get back on the goal scoring trail and see where it takes me.
Only 14 players have managed it for this club.
What an achievement that would be.
What an achievement. As I say, no ifs, buts or maybes.
No.
It's about what's possible and it's what's in your hands.
Hopefully it'll happen. For me, I think it's being a bit confident, but hopefully it's only a matter of time. The
other one that you've certainly been hearing a lot recently, some folks will call us small-minded, obsessed when we look at the derby for moments of glory, or indeed moments of dejection and pain when we don't get the victories, is your record in the Fife derby. You're a record scorer and you're one of only 3 to score a hat-trick in that fixture.
Obviously everybody will know the hat-trick game. That's kind of what everybody will remember me for, but there was a certain game I was almost close to scoring another hat-trick at home in the 5-1 game, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. But to be top scorer in the Fife derby is another unbelievable achievement. There's not many people that can say they've scored a hat-trick in the Fife derby, and there's only one person that can say they're leading goal scorer in the Fife derby, so I think I'll need to get my figures up a bit more and score against Dunfermline again, because there's certain Sam Stanton that's catching me up.
I think so. Those size 7 boots have brought a lot of joy though.
They have, aye. You know, there's no feeling like it scoring a goal, and especially against Dunfermline, it's an amazing feeling.
Do those stats connect and bring a wee bit of balance? Are these things that you find helpful in moments of solitude as you kind of think about what's on the horizon? I
think so. I think stats help. As I said, the modern game, for me, it's all about stats. That's what fans and players look at, especially for strikers and players like myself. Scoring goals and assists is a massive part of the game.
There's an interesting wee thing that we're speaking about just as we're kicking round the doors. I'd asked you, when did you become aware of Raith Rovers? You know, if you belong to this area of the world, no matter who your family support, you're going to quickly know about Raith Rovers as a toddler interested in football. But if you live in Edinburgh or wider beyond, you know, we might not be the team that first come to mind. But you had a really interesting wee interaction with the first team squad where you kind of thought, Raith Rovers? Oh, right. Tell us about that.
I was I was a kid at the time. I must have been about 9 or 10. I was training at the Oriam, which was Rickert, and it was called back in the day. And I think I was training on the Astro outside, and a massive figure walked past me in the corridor, and it was Marvin Andrews. And I seen the badge, but only being 9 or 10, I wasn't aware of who it was. So I ended up asking the manager at the time, and he confirmed it was Raith Rovers. So that was the first time that I'd heard of Raith Rovers when I was 9 or 10 years old. And football's a crazy game.
Talk to me about this club. Talk to me about the bricks and mortar, and more importantly, talk to me about the people that have been in and around your career.
There's so many to mention. Obviously been here for 13, 14 years. The players, the managers that I've seen come and go, and the staff behind the scenes, like yourselves, like Lynn and June, the laundry ladies, like Laura and everybody else in the office. There's so many to mention. The groundsmen that have came and went, the community foundation, the people we see day in day out. It's a real community club, and everybody pulls in the right direction, and you can see what it means to the fans coming out in their numbers this season especially. Everybody feels part of it.
Football fans love a wee bit of gossip, and there have been suggestions that we might see a couple of surprises on the night. So without killing any hard work that others have done, anything you can tell us? I wonder about 1 or 2 things. I was happened to be doing the tune the other day, and I seen Mickey and Ian running up the steps of the Toon House. It was like a remake karaoke. Are they in with a shout?
They might be. I think that they've been on my case to try and get minutes on the pitch, so we'll see what happens Wednesday, but I think they've been dusting a few materials off for the game on Wednesday.
I'm sure there's going to be a few tears of pride also shed by you and your family as well. Has anybody stepped forward who's maybe been through the testimonial process and give you any advice how to handle it?
No. I'm going in quite blind, if I'm honest, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy the occasion and see what happens. It's a proud occasion for me and my family, so I'm just going to enjoy the night and see how it goes. Any
final messages you want to get out there to people who are associated with the club, people who are not, people who might just like to come and see a community reward somebody that they value hugely?
I just want to say thanks for the support for the past 12, 13 years. I've lost count how many years it has been now, but thanks for your support over the years, and I'm looking forward to a great night Wednesday and hopefully see you all there. The
tickets are on sale. Yep. Pay-per-view is under discussion. Pies are ordered.
Yep.
Programmes are printed.
Yep.
The message is simple. You know, we've said maybe in a recent interview that the phrase "one of our own" is used by lots of clubs, maybe too freely, but you are one of our own, and maybe that wee moment when you were a 9-year-old is where it kind of triggered.
Aye, for Big Marv, like you said, what's meant to be will be, so I've become obsessed with the club, been here since I was a kid, so to get a testimonial was a reward, great magnitude for the club, and I'm certainly looking forward to Wednesday night, so hopefully see you all there.
We're hugely looking forward to it, and in terms of RaithTV, it's going to be as much as a pleasure and privilege indeed to cover that game as any cup final or league decider, whether it be in the past or the present or the future. We're just really looking forward to it.
Cheers, Davey, thanks very much.